Welcome back, everyone, to our playthrough of the career mode here in NASCAR Heat 2. So in our most recent video, we were at Michigan in the Xfinity car with a hot seat offer from a 4-star team, and we came away good, just outside the top 10. So a very nice finish for us there. Now it's back to the Truck Series. In our first full season, you can see we have 3 wins in 8 of 23 races that we've run so far. So a very nice season going for us. And the first place that you see just underneath our truck there is our first place in the standings. But most importantly right now is we are headed to Iowa. And Iowa is one of, if not the most fun track that I've had experience with here so far in NASCAR Heat 2. It's a lot of fun because the AI are pretty competitive here. This isn't a track where I can just easily outrun them and run away from them, from the back of the pack to the front in, 3 laps or something like that. They're pretty competitive here, and it should be a lot of fun. So I can't wait to do this race. Let's head to the racetrack. All right, folks, here we go. We are green at Iowa, starting from the back. And what I want to do is get to the bottom. So I'm not going to try to push things on the high side here. We've got 26 laps in this race, and let's see. All right, so we're at the very back now. We're going to try to get to the bottom. Now, I want to get toward that yellow line, but I don't want to get all the way there, because at the yellow line just before it, the banking falls away. And you lose most, if not all, of the banking. And what that does is if I put the left front tire on that in the corner, then it will de-wedge the car, meaning that it will take wedge out of the car, and that's going to make it extremely loose, and most likely we will immediately spin out. So mostly it is, just think of it as instant death. Now if your car or truck was extremely loose, then you touch that, it will be extreme death, or it will be quick death. But if you are extremely tight, then it actually could help your car turn. But if you look really closely, you can see the seam where that happens down around the yellow line. And I'm going to try to stay down here and be careful as much as I can, give these guys plenty of room, and make up as many spots as we can. Love this track. Love it in real life, and love it in this game. You can see we're making some pretty good time. It's not really about lap times right now. It's all about how the car feels as we're making our way through traffic. It needs to be stable, it needs to rotate well, but not over-rotate, because you can lose a lot of time very quickly by getting out of shape. All right, we got a good run off the corner this time. Wow, that was a very good run. Looks like we might get a couple of cars here. Are there 2 wide in front of us? Do we care about that? Not right now, we don't. So, yeah, it looks like we're still 3 wide. Ooh, I'm flirting with being a little bit too low right now. So I wanted to be very careful there. Oh, look out. So going into the corners right now, I'm using a mixture of lifting off the gas and using the brake. You don't need to lift a whole lot here. You can be very aggressive. Mostly I'm using the brakes. Try to make sure I don't drift up into the cars on the middle and top of the track. All right, so we've got a little break in the action here. A little bit of room on the track as we are now 11th. There we go. So we got a chance to breathe a little bit anyway. On lap now 9 of 26. Try to use the middle and upper part of the track a little bit, just for fun. Ooh, Ford truck came right down in front of me there. Thought he was going to give me the bottom. That was obviously not the case. Alright, now we're getting to another wad of trucks. Have to be very careful what we do here. We might find ourselves wrecked. And I would prefer that not happen. Alright, we've got a good run off the corner here. See if we can get underneath Truex going into turn 1. Alright, we're under him. I don't know if we can pull him down the straight though. Nope, not quite. There we go. The Ford truck had some trouble coming off turn 4. We're going to try to take advantage of that and make sure he doesn't get his spot back. All right, I don't know if somebody's on our outside.
Still there, he's outside. Clear.
All right, now he tells me there's somebody outside. Oh, look out. Ooh, they are pinning me down to the bottom now. Looks like we got Ben Rhodes to our right.
Easy.
Going to try to get underneath of Young in the, I believe that's the 02 car. I just love the way this truck is feeling right now. And in case you're wondering, yes, I'm using the setup that I posted on the channel for this track. In fact, I tried to make it a little bit more difficult for myself. I ran exactly 1 lap of practice. So I wanted it so that I would have to find my groove here in the race, and I wouldn't be able to do that in practice. All right, so we find ourselves in 6th position. All right, let's see if we can get a couple of good laps in here. We've got plenty of time. Plenty of laps remaining in the race. On lap, about to start lap 16 of 26. There you go. See 11 laps remaining. And now it looks like these guys are running about the same speed I am. Which, boy, do I love to see that. Because that means the things I have put in place are really helping. And by the way, when I mentioned that I was using the same setup that I posted to the channel, that's obviously with the changes being made that we're making in career mode to slow the car down. So it's not literally exact, but other than the changes for the handicaps that we put in place, it is the same. A little loose there. And I'm having fun running this sort of toward the middle of the track. Let me get back down to the bottom some. It looks like we almost had a wreck there ahead. Stuart Friesen almost ran over whoever that is in front of him. Oh, look out. Really loose there. All right, let's see if I can actually get going and run some good laps. But so far, I just haven't had the groove like I need. Haven't found my rhythm. Yeah, they're running some pretty good laps. So we can definitely see, the leader and of course the top 3 right in front of us, so that's not an issue. Let's see, what happened to Matt Crafton there? Wow, he must have had some sort of issue. he pulled down out of the way quickly. All right, now we come up on John Hunter Nemechek in 4th. So if we're able to keep this up, we could get a top 5, maybe even a little higher.
Hold your line.
All right, we're under him. Can I make the pass?
Clear.
Oh, he told me clear right as I come off the corner. All right, so we are now up to 4th, but I can see that whatever happened to Matt Crafton, he has fixed, because he is back on the hunt. Hope I did not get through that corner well.
He's on your bumper.
Yeah, he is just blasting away right now.
Still a car out there.
Ouch.
Oh.
Yeah, so Matt Crafton, he's going somewhere. Now you can see John Hunter is coming back on this as well. Oh wow, Stuart Friesen goes way to the bottom.
Hold your line.
That was definitely odd. All right, final lap.
Still a car out there.
A little loose there. All right, we're going to try.
Still a car out there. Clear.
All right, put a slide job on in there. That puts us up into the top 3. Very nice. Very nice. I will take it. So we come home with a 3rd place finish and some good racing. Very nice. I'll take a lot more races just like that. All right, so our 3rd place finish, you can see we were about 3 seconds, I believe, out of the lead. Not bad considering we came all the way from the back of the pack. All right, our money continues to climb. And our lead, okay, our lead shrinks a little bit here. But still, a very nice size lead for us, about 22 points now. And that's quite a bit when you consider that each position is a point on the track. So we keep these nice finishes up, and we will be in very good shape when it comes time for the championship run at the end. Because that's our main goal here, is we want to make sure that we're in it for the championship run at the very end of the season. We've already gotten our race wins that will cement our ability to run for the championship. Now we just need to continue to add more points to that, which we'll have to do. Since we're not running long enough races to have different segments, so we're not going to have to worry about that. So the only playoff points we're going to get are going to come through wins. So we're going to have to work hard for those. All right, so next race is going to be at Kentucky. So another 1.5 mile type track. It's going to be interesting to see. That was quite an interesting track in NASCAR Heat Evolution because of the way they did the banking, made for an awkward transition about halfway up the track in the corners. So we're going to have to see how we can attack that and what we can do with it for some speed and how competitive we'll be. But that'll be in our next video. For now, thank you very much for joining me, and stay tuned for more NASCAR Heat 2 coverage here at Knee Pit Gaming.